Yes, we finally have a new sound pack here in GarageBand iOS. The new Vision and Verse Classic Hip Hop pack has just dropped. So in this video, I'm going to show you all about it. Let's go. Hi, my name is Pete and welcome to Studio Live today. One of my favorite ways to record is using GarageBand here on my iPhone and iPad. So when a new sound pack in the sound library drops, you better believe I'm going to be taking a look. This is the Vision and Verse Hip Hop pack. We've got 400 new Apple loops. We've got 4 drum kits to play with, 26 keyboard sounds and 2 live loop grids. What does that all mean? Well, that's what we're going to dive in and take a look at right now. Oh, and if you want to jump to a specific section, check the description down below. There are timestamps there to help you jump to the section you want to check out. Now, if you're new to GarageBand and you've never installed a sound pack before, it's super simple. We're going to go into GarageBand on our iPad. The same exact thing works on the iPhone. We're going to go into the sound library here. So just scroll across till you get to sound library, tap on that one, and then here's all the different sound packs you can download for free on your iPhone or iPad. So we're going to tap the Vision and Verse, this one here, the classic hip hop pack, and we're going to tap on the Get button. That's going to start downloading the pack. And once that is downloaded, all of these sounds are going to be available, and I'll show you where you can access these sounds, and we'll check out and see exactly how cool some of these sounds can be for our future projects. So that is now downloaded. We can hit the done button in the top right corner, and now we can start using these sounds. So why don't we start with these new drum kits? So I'm going to go to drums, and a good place to check out new drum kits is the beat sequencer. So let's tap on beat sequencer and check these out. All right, here we are in the beat sequencer. Let's tap in the bottom left. Now it'll be in the top right. You'll need to drop it down to change your drum kit. On an iPhone, here on the iPad, it's in the bottom left. We're going to go here in electronic because this is where all of our new kits are. If we scroll to the top, here is the first one, the Birdland Cuts. Is that right? Yes, Vision and Verse. We're going to tap on that one and let's take a listen to what this one sounds like. Very cool. Bit of a vintage kind of breakbeat kind of sound. That is the first one. There's only 3 others, so let's take a look here. Now you can use these in beat sequencer or your regular drums or anywhere else where you can use the drums, and that's the cool thing about GarageBand. There's a heap of ways to bring in some drums. Let's go to the next one. We'll keep scrolling on down until we find this one, Dusty Memories. I got some dusty memories. How about you? Let's take a listen. Ooh, I like the little congos at the end. Very cool. I like the sound. Very dusty. It lives up to its name. Dusty Memories there. Let's come in and try the next one here. We'll keep going on down. We've got so many different kits in here now that we've got a lot of different things we can do. Let's try the Midnight Vanguard. We'll tap on that one. We'll tap our beat sequencer back on and... yeah, these are really cool sounds. I love it. And obviously we can come in here and change these up. You can just sort of hit the different beats and different patterns that we have here. Or you can even roll the dice and just get any old thing. That's cool. There you go. Sometimes random is great. Let's try this last kit here and then we'll move on to our other sounds. So we're going to continue scrolling on down. Did we miss it? No, it's right down here. Vintage beats. Let's see what our vintage beats have to offer. We'll tap on that one and let's just roll the dice again. That was fun last time. Hit the button down the bottom. I like that this one has this little alien thing going on here. Definitely some different kind of percussion sounds. These are going to help out if you're a beat maker, if you want to put down some cool beats to do some rap vocals, or even just make some sort of lo-fi chilled hip hop beats. These new drum kits are going to be just what you're looking for. Let's jump over now and check out the new keyboard instruments that we have here in this new pack. So what we can do now is we can tap on our little instrument selector icon here, come over to keyboard. Now where these keyboards are is a little bit tricky to find, so follow along here. We're going to tap the More Sounds button here on keyboard, and then if we scroll down to the very bottom here on the left, we need to go to Other, and then at the very bottom of Other, down the bottom here, are all of our new instruments even further. There we go. So we've got all of these Vision and Verse instruments that we can bring in here. Now here's the thing, before you get too excited that we've got 20, 30 new instruments, these are all samples. So yes, whilst they're technically a keyboard instrument, they're really like playing using the sampler. Not a bad thing, but you'll see what I mean in just a moment. So let's bring in, say, the Birdland Calls piano, 01, and we can come down here and... Can you hear what I mean with the samples? So it's not going to be like a regular instrument because the higher you go, the faster the sample will be. Lower is lower. But these will be pretty cool, especially you can hear there's the crackling of the vinyl. There's some sort of very much a lo-fi feel. You can tell that the GarageBand folks have said, hey, lo-fi hip hop is popular. Let's create another lo-fi pack, but we already did one, so we can't really call it lo-fi. Anyway, let's come in and check out another couple of these. So that's the Birdland Calls piano. If we tap right here in the middle, it's just taking its time to pop back up. There we go. And let's try something else. This sounds interesting. The Blazing Hot Reverse Tape. If we tap on that one and come on down. Interesting. What about Brooklyn Feels chord? Yeah, so there's a lot of different sounds in here. They are all very similar in that they are these samples. So none of them are going to be great if you're trying to play like an orchestral sort of piece with a lot of different melodic components. But if you want to use these more as a one-shot sample, I think some of them will be kind of cool. What else did I like here? What about the Vintage Cinema electric guitar? Let's try that one there. Not as good as I thought it would be. Anyway, there's plenty there to play around with and for you to sink your teeth into. If you are into your sampled sounds, you want to use these in those chilled lo-fi tracks once again. Now, one of the big features of a lot of these sound library packs is Apple loops, and this one's no exception. So if we go back to our track view here in the top left, we can now go into Apple loops, which is this icon in the top right. Make sure that we're in Apple loops over here on the left, and then what we can do is actually filter down to this sound pack. So we're going to tap on filter by, and then we're going to tap on sound packs, and then we're going to tap to turn off all of those, and that one, whoop, like that, and then scroll on down and select Vision and Verse, and then get rid of this one for the Apple loops. So there you go, it's just got Vision and Verse on there now, and we can go back to filter by, back to Apple loops, and here are just all of these loops that we can now check out for just this pack. Now, there are literally hundreds of these, so I'm not going to sit here and play each one of them, but let's just sample a few so you can get a feel for the sort of things we're going to get here. We're going to do this at random. I kind of want another sort of breakbeat kind of sound here, so let's find one that's going to be some sort of beat here. What about the crate digging beat? That sounds kind of cool. Now, to bring these in, what we do is we tap and drag over onto our track and place it. We'll go to the very front of this one, place it like that, and there you go. It is now in. I've created a little 4-bar loop here, so if we go back to the start and play these all together, I'll just turn the volume down because I know it was a bit loud. Then we can quickly start sort of layering up and looping our sounds here. So once again, if we wanted to add more, we come in here to the loops. Let's find, what about the organ sound here? That's pretty cool, electric piano. And you can hear what they're doing here. There's a lot of that sort of sound in the background that you're getting there, the vinyl scratchy sort of sound. So these are definitely going to be great for some lo-fi beats. What about this organ here? Oh, that's a bit intense. Sorry. I didn't know that that was coming. We've knocked ourselves out of there now. We'll come back in here. A saxophone. That sounds pretty cool. So we'll tap and drag that one in here. We'll put it in here. Let's bring this sort of in at bar 3. If we play back this section here. There's a lot going on there because I've literally just pieced these together, but you can get the sort of feel for the vibe that you're going to get from this pack and these sounds. And again, there's so much to explore, so jump in there, experiment, play with this stuff. You'll have a lot of fun checking out all of the different loops we have in this new pack. Now, last but definitely not least, we have 2 new live loops grids. Now, these are great if you're starting out with music creation because you can create some very cool sounds very quickly and very easily. So the way that we get to these, you would have seen there, we're in our instrument selector, we tap on live loops at the top here, and then we can come in here to our live loops grid. Now, if we scroll across, the ones we're looking for here, there's one of them, the Vision and Verse, and here we have the Boom Bap Masher. So these are our 2 new live loop grids. Let's try Boom Bap Masher because that just sounds like too much fun. Now, I've got a complete video about live loops if you want to learn how to use these. What this basically does is it loads up a bunch of loops and samples into your live loops grid, and then you can go ahead and play these and record your performance as you go. So we'll wait for this to load up, and then we'll jump in and take a look. And you can see why that took a few seconds to load. We've got all of these different samples in here. And I've showed this again in previous videos, but all we need to do to start playing is just tap any one of these grids. So if we tap up here, we can start a beat, bring something else in by tapping down here, bring in some instruments. And you can see there you can quickly build up and layer up your own sounds. You can also use entire rows. So if we wanted to just use one of these, we can just tap on, say, this column. And we get some pretty intense sounds there. So yeah, you can use this and you can play around with this, and it's very, very cool to be able to put together your own sounds, your own beats, without a whole lot of musical knowledge, without a whole lot of experience. It's a great way to get to know what works together, what works with what, and these new sounds, as I said, are really good. They're really suited for the live loops experience. There you have it, the Vision and Verse sound pack here in the sound library for GarageBand iOS. I hope you found this useful. Get out there, try it. If you want to check out the other sound packs and a heap more GarageBand videos, check the links down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.